Good morning, friends. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again for Family Story Time. All right, everybody have their seats. Crisscross applesauce. All right, let's turn our listening ears on. Good job, my friends. All right, let's begin with our hello song. Here we go. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Good job, friends. Again, thank you for joining us this week. I want to share some monster stories with you. We are approaching Halloween quickly, so be sure to stop into any of the libraries and get your Halloween kits. We have Halloween kits available this week. Next week, we will have Dia de los Muertos kits. So there'll be activities in there that your whole family can set up your own altar or ofrenda. All right, shall we begin? Sounds good. Let's start with a book that I'd like to thank Sterling Publishing for allowing me to read. This is called Monster Trouble by Lane Fredrickson. Winifred Schnitzel was never afraid, not of monsters or ghouls or the noises they made. She loved scary movies and werewolves and thunder and peg-leg pirates who bury their plunder. Still, Winifred's bedtime was hardly spook-free. The neighborhood monsters would not let her be. Each night they'd show up and attempt to be scary. Some would growl, some would belch, and some were slimy, some were hairy. But all of their monsterly mayhem was moot, because Winifred Schnitzel thought monsters were cute. Still, night after night, all those monsters kept creeping into Winifred's room, interrupting her sleeping. Too tired for math, too exhausted for fun, she finally decided those monsters are done. She ordered a book titled Monsters Beware and constructed the sticky string small monster snare. But that night, the big monsters all showed up first. The sticky string snare got so stretched that it burst. There were monsters on bedposts and stuck to the wall. They made slingshots from string. They were having a ball. Winifred sighed. Oh, they were louder than ever. She knew that she needed to try something clever. So she brought in some stinky old Limburger cheese. The label said, "Caution, makes big monsters sneeze." Well, the monsters just called up the Goblin Street Deli and they ordered in bagels and fish eyeball jelly. Winifred barely got through the next day. She dozed off in art class and snoozed through ballet. She decided, that's it. I've got to get tough. She was tired of monsters. Enough was enough. So she built every spooky trap in Monsters Beware, and one of her own called the Prickly Bum Chair. Poor Winifred yawned. She was so very sleepy. She was starting to look a bit spookishly creepy. When the monsters showed up with their howling and roaring, Winifred Schnitzel was already snoring. She was dreaming of puppies when a monster went hiss. She reached out and gave it a big sleepy kiss. The monster yelled, "Yuck!" and all the others were heaving. One gagged, and a big monster shouted, "I'm leaving!" Winifred knew that despite their uniqueness, she discovered that monsters have one silly weakness. You Guess what it is? So she puckered and pouted and kissed them all goodnight. These monsters screamed, running as fast as they could. Now Winifred sleeps very soundly at night. In the daytime, she's happy and perky and bright. But sometimes she finds that a monster's crept in right around bedtime with a monsterly grin. She ignores all the growling and roaring and hissing, since the one thing that all monsters hate most is kissing. The end. All right, my friends, should we learn a cool little monster song? This is a short little song, but it's fun to do. All right, you ready? I'll sing it to you and then we'll practice it. So it goes like this. If you ever see a monster, a big scary monster, if you ever see a monster, be sure to say boo. Did I get you? All right, let's try it again. Here we go. Ready? If you ever see a monster, a big scary monster, if you ever see a monster, be sure to say boo. Good job. That one's a fun one. You guys can try that one on your friends and family. All right, let's try spider sandwiches. Who likes spider sandwiches? Yeah, I don't know. This one is by Claire Freeland, and I'd like to thank Bloomsbury, Publishing. Here we go. Come eat with Max. He has a monster appetite. He eats such yucky mucky food. His mealtimes are a fright. He loves to slug milkshakes through a stinky hosepipe straw. And as for beetle cookies, he can always munch one more. You like beetles in your cookies? For breakfast every morning, he chews toenail scrambled eggs, then guzzles down a smoothie made from crushed grasshopper legs. Ew. He buys snacks on the internet from as far away as space. Spiky space ants, moon goo globs are all stuffed in his face. By lunchtime, Max is starving. Scrumptious lice rice, I can't wait, he says. He slurps it super fast before the lice crawl off of his plate. Oh, goodness. He bought the Monsters Cookbook for some recipe ideas. The best was slimed eel noodles, served with hairy fried bat ears. They're the bat ears. From pickled worms to squashed fly jam, Max beams. Hooray! Yes, please! He spreads them on his crackers. Puh, with smelly fish-eyed cheese. Look at that cheese, it has eyeballs in it. So delicious, gurgles Max, with a massive goo-filled grin. Cold, crunchy cockroach chowder dribbling down his chin. Tadpole ice cream, snail trail sauce, things that squirm and slurp, they all mix in his tummy. Look out! Here comes a burp! Oh. Rat's tail pizza, blue mold chips, bug burgers are a treat. But when it comes to mealtime, there's one thing he will always eat. Squiggly spider sandwiches. He scarfs them down so fast, look at that. He eats their heads and their sticky webs, but saves their legs for last. Max will eat up anything that oozes gunk and gloop, but even monsters gasp, no thanks, when faced with green sprout soup? Ew! Look at him, he busted through the door. The end. That's a gross little story, isn't it? One of my favorites. I love it. All right, my friends, don't forget to stop in and get your Halloween kit to go. And next week, the Dia de los Muertos kits, so that you can make your ofrenda. Have a great rest of the week and enjoy this fabulous fall weather. We'll see you guys next time. Let's end with our goodbye song. Here we go. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Bye. Have a great day.